Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for rejoining us. For those coming back into the room, I encourage you to come over to this side, find a seat, and we're gonna kick back into it. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, we're going to get into it. While you are finding your seats, I'm going to introduce the next session. I hope you all enjoyed the breakouts. And now I'm proud to introduce this session. Everybody, we were going to have lunch in just a moment. If you could join me now by getting our minds right for the next session. All right? Okay, we are now going to hear from Social Traders 2024 award winners for Trailblazing Partnership. We will hear from Green Connect and Mirvac. This session will be facilitated by Social Traders Head of Transformation, Rebecca Green. And we'll hear from Robert Servine from Green Connect and Dennis Lee from Mirvac. Robert Servine, General Manager at Green Connect, brings over 12 years of leadership experience within the nonprofit sector. His previous roles span diverse organizations, including CARI, Nepean Communities and Neighborhood Services, and Seattle Youth Garden Works, where he managed programs supporting youth, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and local communities. We'll also be joined by Dennis Lee, Resource Recovery Manager at Mirvac. Dennis has worked in sustainability for nearly 20 years. He started his career working on sewage treatment plants, sparking a passion for environmental protection and sustainability. Over the years, he's had several roles specializing in water and energy efficiency in the built environment before discovering social sustainability. And once again, please welcome our 2024 Trailblazer Partnership Award winners.
I'm going to do a whoop to test. Oh, how about you? We're very conscious that we're between you and lunch. That's the requisite line.
Test.
But while we're testing the microphones,
Test. Is to work? Yes.
We're good. Excellent. So thanks everybody for your attention. I love it when a room is buzzing with so much noise and conversation. We're trying to get your attention again, but thanks and hope you're all enjoying the day. So it's my joy to lead this discussion with Robert and Dennis, as Abby said, our 2024 National Social Procurement Impact Partnership winners. So Robert and Dennis, hello, welcome, congratulations, and thank you for the work that you're doing. So I'll give a brief overview of the partnership and then we'll get into some questions and we'll have some time for Q&A. I have forgot to set the timer. It's a partnership already, thanks very much. There we go. So since 2020, Mirvac has engaged with Green Connect to manage over 41 waste sites, waste audits across multiple Mirvac buildings in Sydney and the ACT. So this gives Mirvac an accurate data on their waste streams and a comprehensive report, which includes recommendations to improve their diversion of waste from landfill. This partnership has also contributed to Mirvac's goal of sending zero waste to landfill by 2030. The partnership is not just about the environmental outcomes, but has achieved social outcomes as well. We're talking 66% of Mirvac's total operational waste reduction, and that work has created employment for 250 disadvantaged job seekers over the years of working with Green Connect. So, again, congratulations. So Dennis, this partnership, this work started in 2020. So can you talk a bit about the enabling environment at Mirvac, which started the work with Green Connect?
Sure, no worries. So it's all underpinned by Mirvac's sustainability strategy. This changes everything. And that was put in place to really embed sustainability within the DNA of Mirvac. It's about leaving a positive legacy, and not just what we do, but the way we go about doing things. Two of the targets within that sustainability strategy are our zero waste to landfill target, as well as our spend $100 million with social enterprises by 2030. So it might seem like we got two different problems there, but there's actually one solution to both of those problems, and that was to work with Green Connect. We needed a service provider who could help us with our waste management, our resource recovery, and our zero waste to landfill, the journey to get to zero waste to landfill. And Green Connect were the partner who were available, who provide a great service to us.
Excellent, thanks, Dennis. And Robert, can you please introduce those in the room who don't know to Green Connect? What are the services you deliver and the impact that you create?
Absolutely, and thank you for having me. Green Connect was founded in 2011, and it was started when a local refugee organization in the Illawarra got a grant to employ refugees. They worked with the city of Wollongong to manage the waste at events, and it went really well. And when that grant finished, some people came in who were very far-sighted and thought, hey, this could be a social enterprise, and kept it going. So we started basically employing refugees. We've added youth and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people later. We started by reducing waste. So our zero waste business came from the very beginning and has been with us throughout. And we added on doing audits later, but we also manage events. And some other people started an 11-acre farm around the same time, and the two merged. A merger became Green Connect. So we have an 11-acre farm. We divert waste from landfill, and we employ people with disadvantages.
Thanks. And so there's already some great alignment there with the work that Mirvac was asking for you to do. But can you both share a bit about, when we were talking about this session, the quality of the work that Green Connect provides, and then also the philosophy that Green Connect brings to work? So, Dennis?
Sure. So one of the things that we've got out of this partnership is that Green Connect do provide us an essential service that we need as an organisation. They provide a lot of value to Mirvac in resource recovery and waste management, and conducting those audits in a really thorough way, and providing the outcomes that we need to make informed decisions about how we can improve and build our zero waste to landfill roadmap. So this partnership has been really great because of the outcomes and the value that provide to Mirvac. It's not just around, hey, we need to spend some money with social enterprises. That's a great outcome. But it's also about what Green Connect is bringing value to Mirvac.
And for us, I think a lot of you in the room would know as social enterprises, we're disadvantaged in some ways because of the way industry views us is it's nice that you do that, but you're not as good as some of the professionals. And so I feel like we have to provide almost a better product in some ways in order to overcome that bias and prove ourselves in the industry. So we did some work with Toyota, and we're big fans of the Toyota idea of Kaizen, who are constantly looking to improve and add more value to the service we provide. And working year after year with Mirvac has helped us do that.
Yeah, and I want to reiterate that it's a really good quality product that you provide to us.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Social procurement, it makes commercial sense. Here's the business case right here. So let's talk a little bit more about the partnership and things that help to set this apart. We've heard about just makes good business sense. It's a product that Mirvac needed. But Robert, can you also share some of the social outcomes from this partnership?
We employ people with disadvantages, and to do that, we have to have additional support for them. And having a regular partnership with Mirvac or regular audits, we can count on this work pretty much year after year, allows us to build our pathway in a way that is supportive of the participants. They come in, they do some education and work training with us, work experience, and then we put them into a more supported kind of work environment where they work with a Green Connect supervisor. And that's usually around the zero waste work. So because we send a team of people to the audit, we can put in a couple new people, and they can learn from the people, and they can get feedback from the supervisor, and the supervisor can provide us feedback about what we have to do to support them to move into more independent work. And then they can move into our ethical labor hire division, where they're working a little more independently with external companies, and often that can lead to employment. But having those regular audits allows us to build a pathway so we can provide that kind of support.
Thanks, Robert. And Dennis, can you share about the environmental outcomes that, the work that Mirvac is looking to achieve and what's being achieved when working with Green Connect?
Yeah, so like I said, as been mentioned, we do waste audits through Green Connect, and what we get out of those is a real roadmap for what are the things we are doing well on site, what are the things that we aren't doing so well on site, and where are the future opportunities for that. So as an outcome of those audits, we often find that we've got a great opportunity to improve resource recovery if we implement this stream. Organics, for example, we've been rolling that out quite heavily off the back of the waste audits by being able to demonstrate that 30–40% of what we're finding in the general waste bins is food organics. By being able to do that profile, we can understand where our next opportunities are, but also in our mixed recycling streams, where we are seeing a lot of the contamination. So items that go into those mixed recycling streams that shouldn't be there often results in the entire load being rejected and being sent to landfill instead of, at least half or 80% of that load being good recyclable materials. Understanding what materials are being thrown in there that's causing that contamination for our waste contractors, and being able to do targeted education and communications with those who believe they're doing the right thing, and getting those items into the right bin has really helped to those environmental outcomes. We're regularly seeing recovery rates at our sites between 60 and 80%, and continuing to manage and, again, continuing to push forward. Waste is one of those areas. I'm not going to say waste, I'm going to say resource recovery is one of those areas that it is constantly evolving. There are items that there's no recycling stream for at the moment. So we've seen the coming and going of soft plastics recycling. It's now making a comeback. We're seeing new products continually come through and challenging us. Vapes, for example, are challenging what we do with those and where do we send those, because we can't send them to general waste. So the resource recovery area is constantly changing. We're always going to have a need for doing these audits to understand what is going into our bins, what are we doing well, what are we not doing well, and where's our next opportunity to further improve those environmental outcomes.
One of the things I love about the social enterprises that are in the environmental space is the blending of environmental and social outcomes through one procurement deal. So I think that's coming through pretty strongly with this partnership. Thank you. Robert, can you share a little about what the long-term nature of this partnership has meant and does mean for Green Connect?
Well, yeah, I talked about the employment opportunities that we were able to create through this, and I think the grant we put 250 employment opportunities, but it's grown since then because we've been doing audits continuously recently. So we've been doing a lot of audits. So it's higher than that, probably more closer to 300. But it's allowed us to, we did a grant together. We were able to apply for a grant with the EPA to reduce food waste. Because we had the history with Mirvac and the continuous audits, we were able to say we're going to work with Mirvac and their food businesses, so restaurants, grocery stores, stuff like that, to reduce the amount of food waste going to landfill. And so we're able to increase that work. We're able to get that grant because of that relationship, because Mirvac was able to go in with us on that, and we're able to leverage the food businesses that they have and the data we've had for many years with audits.
And being really excited about that partnership and the work we're going to be doing, because we've been working with you for a while. We trust the work that we do, and we know that we're going to get a great outcome from it.
Excellent. So before we just talk a little bit more about what's ahead, and I think we have time for Q&A a little bit, We, at the National Awards, it was an online event, and Mirvac staff member Kim Host, who had retired, came out of retirement 1 week later for a 1-hour online presentation. And when your partnership was announced, and I'm going to quote her directly because it's our new, we talk a lot about the employee value proposition of why people do this work. And Kim said, and I quote, "It has been the absolute highlight of my career working with Social Traders and Green Connect through this Mirvac partnership. Because this work and these stories and these impact are the things that we take and we talk about at the barbecues and the dog parks and the childcare pickups and the dinner tables." So I want to say again, thanks to you both. Dennis, looking forward to the future of the work that you're doing with Green Connect. But anything else you'd like to share about what you're looking forward to next? And then I think we have one question. One question.
Well, I just want to say I feel lucky to be in the social enterprise sector now. It definitely feels like it's growing. There's more and more talk about like ESG, and we're getting contacted by large companies wanting to include us in tenders, but also the waste industry. Like waste is a growing issue, and it's going to become more talked about in the near future, and we're in a good place to do some good work there.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the prospect of what we're doing with this EPA grant and where we can go further for that. So we've got the waste audits established. We know Green Connect can do more. They are experts in this area. So I look forward to leveraging that expertise into the future and seeing what we can do to amplify what we're already doing to get even greater outcomes.
Thank you. Now I'm doing a room scan. Does anyone have a question? The question is, can we go and talk to each other and form more partnerships over lunch that we can then apply for Social Traders Awards next year and be on stage and talk about the amazing partnership that we've developed? Is that a question from anyone? Yes. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Dennis. Again, thanks for all the work that you're doing, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and those are their awards.